things are looking really good for Rachel Zegler right now, guys. So the SAG gave her basically a pass to go promote the Hunger Games movie, right? And all the woke critics, she got a special pass, very special. She's a special person, I guess.
Weird.
So she actually, like she went, did the red carpet stuff. Some critics have seen the movie. I don't think the embargo lifts till Thursday, so a few more days from the time I'm gonna be recording this video. So basically, all these critics are saying the movie's good, and they're pointing out Rachel Zegler specifically. So she's actually got a lot of good momentum going. It's woke Hollywood trying to push her down our throat stuff momentum, but it's still good momentum, right? I mean, the first time in forever, she has good momentum. She hasn't said anything crazy that I know about.
Standing there 18 hours in a dress of an iconic Disney princess, I deserve to be paid for every hour that it is streamed online.
Here recently, since she's been, like promoting the Hunger Games stuff or whatever. I mean, there's nothing's been said that I know of. But the problem is, okay, so basically Rachel Zegler is trying to get in front of a problem, I feel like, because apparently, allegedly, South Park's doing another special, and this one will really focus on Brett Cooper and Rachel Zegler. And of course, Rachel Zegler is just like a never-ending well of stuff to make fun of, really.
Hunger 1937.
Content for South Park. I mean, with the weird, the like the Snow White scary rides, whatever. I only watched the movie once when I was a kid. Like the whole thing. Plus, I mean, the CGI dwarfs in the movie. Just herself, right? She's very she's like some, right now she's like top level, cringe, easy to make fun of. I mean, every time she's doing an interview, it's like, wow, okay, there's gonna be something here. So anyway, South Park is supposedly doing this, right? Well, Rachel Zegler is trying to get in front of this. Apparently, or Rachel Zegler's team is trying to get in front of this. And from what I gather and what I assume, this would mean some sort of legal action to say, hey, stop, don't do this. Which I don't know what they could really do to stop South Park. They can, probably threaten some legal action and and whatever type of thing. But the thing is, South Park is not new to this. This is not going to work. But plus, South Park's not really doing anything wrong, and definitely not doing anything illegal. It's parody. It's just making fun of somebody. It's not and they're not. The South Park. It's South Park. Come on, really? South Park has done this to a million other people. Well, not a million, but I mean hundreds of celebrities at this point, right? All the time. Kanye West, Tom Cruise, Kathleen Kennedy. I mean, So Rachel Zegler, despite what she believes, she is not special and that much different. And really, being on South Park, I mean, if I'm a celebrity, even if they're making fun of me, it's like, that's still pretty cool, right? And I mean, she has a lot of positive momentum going right now that I'm sure, when the movie actually comes out, the Hunger Games movie comes out, I feel like this will more than likely be another divide between critics, all the woke critics, and with the paid reviews saying, hey, this movie's so good, go out and see this. And then the people that do go out and see it are like, this movie was not that good,
Surprise, motherfucker.
So we'll see how all that pans out. But I just have a feeling that, she will blow this positive momentum, pretty much as soon as that movie comes out. And then definitely when she's able to really talk about Snow White, whenever she's doing interviews and stuff like that, if she's able to talk off the cuff at all, there's going to be a problem. She's going to say something crazy, or, she's going to say what they want her to say, which is going to be lies.
I'm a really big Disney fan. I have to pretend like, oh, God, well, crazy that we're in front of this.
Wait, how long?
Because she's already told everybody she doesn't really care about the movie, that type of thing. I mean, just her whole thing. I mean, pretty much everything she said. And the whole weird thing. I mean, South Park would be crazy not to use that weird stuff. I mean, that's like one of the best memes in a long time.
Weird.
I mean, she is like a meme generator at this point. Just all the stuff she's done and said, it just works so well for like South Park and pretty much anything else to make fun of her. So basically, what I'm gathering here is she's trying to stop South Park legally, and we've heard about all this stuff with Disney trying to do the same thing, and maybe Disney's backing her because she seems like she has a lot of support right now, like at least publicly from the directors and all this other stuff, Disney and what have you. But then we hear behind the scenes that there's a lot of studios unhappy with her and not really wanting to work with her. I mean, they're really not wanting to do stuff with her, and we know the Paddington 3 stuff. I mean, she left that project, but they're saying because of SAG stuff. But then there's a lot of other stuff saying that's not why she left. They left because they didn't want her, and they were worried that if they did this movie with her, then they were going to basically be screwed from the beginning, and this movie was not going to turn out. People were not going to turn out for this movie, and I mean, Rachel Zegler was going to say something crazy, which based on her history, yeah, probably that probably would have been what would happen. She probably would have went out and said, "I didn't like the first two movies," or something like that, right? Just something. I mean, she's just always. I mean, Shazam. People forget, but she talked crap about Shazam too. Like the movie she was like in, currently in, doing the movie, and she's talking crap about the movie. That's not a good look. I mean, really, if you despite how you feel about Shazam 2, I think it's a bit, like it's kind of silly, especially if I'm Warner Brothers and she starts talking crap about the movie she's literally in and that is about to come out. I'm gonna be pissed. I'm somebody is gonna have to like if I'm Warner Brothers, I'm gonna be like somebody needs to tell her to shut up because that's not gonna work. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure she's not the whole reason the movie bombed. She will be the whole reason why Hunger Games and Snow White bombed. But Shazam, she wasn't like the face of the everything. She was just kind of in the movie. But still, it's not a good look. And the Hunger Games, I mean, honestly, I saw the trailers, and I mean, all these people. I mean, there's really not. I mean, all these critics that are coming out a lot of them have a history of kind of lying, if I'm honest, like lying and kind of siding with, like the other critics and being like, yeah, this movie's good. Da, 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 da. Okay, I don't want to lose, access to watching the movies early, so I'm going to say some good stuff about some of your movies.
Stop it. Get some help.
But they're going to, they have a history of saying, hey, this movie's good. And then when these movies come out, they're not good. And they're a problem. That's a problem. I mean, Rachel Zegler is a problem. I mean, she's a problem for herself. She's a problem for studios. She's a problem for Hollywood right now. And honestly, she's doing it to herself. All the goodwill that she's trying to build right now. I mean, sure, she has time between now and the Snow White movie coming out because they pushed it. And rumors they pushed it a lot had to do with her and trying to fix the movie. Yeah, and that's because they've already put a lot of money into this movie, and if Rachel Zegler doesn't get her stuff together and really go on a redemption tour and just hope and just cross her fingers that there's more Jada Pinkett Smiths and Amber Heards out there to make her look better. Kind of what's happened with Brie Larson. I mean, people kind of forget how bad Brie Larson, was during the first Captain Marvel movie, and now people have kind of like forgot or forgiven her or whatever. I think maybe Disney's hoping that could happen with Rachel Zegler, but then again, Brie Larson, the Marvels are getting ready to come out, and that's probably going to flop too. So, yeah, things are, Disney on all fronts. Things are not looking great, and Disney's done it to themselves. And really casting Rachel Zegler as Snow White in the beginning, she's a problematic actress. I don't, maybe they didn't know it then, but she is a very problematic actress. So I feel like as soon as she started doing interviews, if I'm Disney, I'm gonna be like, listen, you need to shut up or you're out. The thing is, she had multiple interviews. So this is not a one-off thing. She didn't give a weird interview. She gave multiple weird interviews. People are forgetting that. This all didn't come from like just one interview. This is multiple things she said and done. And Rachel Zegler, listen, I mean, South Park is going to do what they're going to do. They can threaten legal action against South Park. South Park's not going to stop. And the best thing South Park can do, really, if they want to continue the Panderverse storyline or whatever, that's a gold mine right there. Rachel Zegler is your gold mine. I mean, everything with her and now the Brett Cooper stuff, I mean, it just keeps getting better and better.